What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today. It's about time for an update on the old Suboxone Taper. Haven't made a taper update video for a while now, since I believe November 1st, and that's because there's really nothing to update. I am pretty much stuck right around zero point 0.3 milligrams per day. I'm having a real hard time getting below that. So I feel kind of stupid because for a while there I was kicking ass and just kept going down every week. And then as soon as I got to right about 0.3, it's been really hard for me to go below that. Where do I start here? So what I still do, the only way I can get through the day and night with zero point 0.3 milligrams is by splitting the dose. I've tried all kinds of different things. The other day I tried a couple times this last week. I tried taking just the entire dose in the morning, and then tried not to think about the rest of the day. Well, I made it through the entire day, but then I'm waking up halfway through the night with restless legs, and I can't fall back asleep. So then I'm sitting there at like 4 or 5 in the morning, wide awake, annoyed, and uncomfortable. I've found that if you split your dose, even though it's the same amount total for a 24-hour period, but you're taking your second dose later on, even though it's such a tiny little small piece, you're still taking, for me, I like to take it around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that will get me through the night without restless legs. I've tried that a couple times. I was hoping that since I'm so low, and I've now been at 0.3 milligrams for a couple weeks now, I was hoping that I could just slip right off and not have any problems, but I guess that's not how it's going to go here. So I've been getting pretty frustrated with this. And I do need to let you guys know that I've had Kratom in my house, as it's legal. But I did, just to kind of give you a quick backstory, I did try taking Kratom earlier this year, in replacement of Suboxone, and that was when I was down to about, let me think, gosh, I think that's back when I was still up around 6 to 8 milligrams. But what happened with that was, so I took my Suboxone the day before, and then I didn't take anything, and then the next day, it was probably about 24 hours, which, as you guys know, the Suboxone half-life is longer than that. So when I took it the next day, because there's not a lot of information about people switching from Suboxone to Kratom out there. So I just, thought the next day would be fine. And what happened was, and this was the first time I tried it, and I'm hearing all these people saying how amazing it is, and people were saying it's just like opiates. You get high off of that, and so that's kind of what I was expecting. Okay, so I'm sitting here all day long. This was back earlier this year. I think it was in February. So I was sitting there all day long, like waiting. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't feel anything from this. And it's because, and I took, I believe, 5 or 6 grams. I took 2 grams, and that didn't work. I took 4 grams, and I took like 5 or 6 grams. And really the only thing that worked was that I was okay, but I felt very odd and off. There was no euphoria, no mood boost, no energy boost. It was just a weird experience. It was not one that I liked. So I have kind of tried it for the past couple weeks. I've taken it just one time a week, and what I do is I kind of found my sweet spot, and that is about 4 to 5 grams at a time. Okay, now like I said, I'm just taking that one. I've been just taking that one day a week, but the only thing that really helps me do is get rid of my morning dose. By about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I could either redose Kratom, which I haven't tried yet. I probably should do that, but instead I've been taking just my second half of my Suboxone dose, so like 0.2 milligrams. 0.15 milligrams, somewhere right around the tiny little piece, and that's enough to get me through the night to the next day. So I'm kind of wondering what you guys think that have experience with this. Now, I do want to say that the first time I tried this, I did notice. I wouldn't say it's anything like painkiller, opiate, like high. It definitely wasn't a high. It was just like I'm trying to. Not really sure how to explain it because I haven't really felt normal for very long because of the Suboxone. So I was in a good mood. That's it. I wouldn't say I was high. So, I'm sure I maybe could get a little buzz off of it if you took more, but I don't want to risk getting sick. First of all, and second of all, I don't want to risk the euphoria. I don't want to get the euphoria because for me, that's how I could possibly become addicted to it. So at this point, I think my body's just so dependent on Suboxone because it's taken it for so long that it's really having a hard time letting it go. So I'm wondering, for you guys that have been through this, I know some of you guys are going to say don't do it, but I just see so many people saying how Kratom saved their lives. Now, I do want to mention that I'm not entertaining the thought of continual long-term use of Kratom. I'm just thinking maybe take it for 2, 3, maybe up to 4 weeks and do like a rapid taper off from there. Kind of how like it was in the beginning when you go from opiates to Suboxone. It's like a scary, iffy, it's kind of a little bit of a tricky transition, but I believe if I would have got off Suboxone within like the first month, it wouldn't have been that hard to get off, so I'm thinking maybe with the Kratom, just do it. And I would limit myself to say 15 grams a day, 10 if I could. And I think how that would look for me is 4 to 5 grams first thing in the morning, and then I can push that off till about 3, 4 in the afternoon, and probably just dose again right there. And I'm hoping, that would be, I know that would get me at least through till like middle of my sleep. And worst case scenario, if I started getting sick in the middle of my sleep, I wake up so much anyways in the middle of the night, I could just take like a small dose or something, hopefully, and go back to bed. So, so if I did do that, I want to know what you guys think. Should I try that and be the guinea pig and let you guys know how it is? I kind of just want to do that. I mean, even though it's kind of risky to possibly be switching one thing for another, at least I know that it's the lesser evil from everything that I've read. It is the natural ingredient. It's fully legal. I mean, my Suboxone is legal. I have a prescription for it, but sorry, my dog's barking. Hey, shut up. The Kratom is super cheap, and I have more than enough Suboxone to last me a long time because I take such a small dose now, and so I won't ever be needing to buy any more of that. And I made what was it, 2.5 milligrams for the entire last week. So pretty much for the last month, I've been taking 2-3 milligrams has lasted me the entire week. So it just amazes me that I'm still struggling. I can't get off of this stuff. And I think some of it has to do with just the fact that I'm just so used to it. It's like a crutch that I'm afraid to let go of. I'm really feeling like a big time wuss here because I'm seeing people jump off of like huge doses of stuff and cold turkey and this and that. It's like, what the hell? So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys have a great day. Later.